There's an air of anticipation at the park today. Alison's preparing for a journey across the Irish Sea to Dublin. She's heading to Dublin Zoo to collect an 11-week-old baby orangutan called Sibu Jr, or SJ for short. The tiny male, named after his father, has been hand-reared by staff there since birth, because his mother, Major, was unable to feed him. It's the third time she's failed to rear a newborn, so Monkey World have been on standby from early on in case their help was needed. The park's team are known across the globe for their expertise in hand-rearing and caring for rejected and orphaned baby orangutans.
He currently, as of yesterday, weighs 3 kilos only. So he's tiny. I mean, that's, 3 bags of sugar. So he is going to be very needy. Of course, orangs have a really long infancy and are very dependent upon their mothers, which is why it's so important that those female orangutans care for their babies. We'll bring him on here at the park and then try and graduate him to living inside the orang nursery, certainly during the days, until he doesn't require feeds through the night. And that's the plan. So excited to get on the road to Dublin to meet SJ.
Sibu Jr will soon have a playmate. It seems, just like buses, when one arrives, another soon follows. Kiwi, an 11-month-old female, is being hand-reared at Rio Safari Elche in Spain, and will soon be joining SJ and the park's nursery group.
She's just a madam. I can't think of any other way to explain it. And Kiwi will come in the next couple of weeks to join sort of SJ. I think Kiwi might be ready to sort of head virtually straight into the orang nursery, even if she requires a feed later on in the evening. But it'll just be quite an amazing place for those two youngsters to grow up with Cayenne, Hujan, Oshin, everybody in there sort of looking after them and making sure that they grow up as orangutans and understand orangutan behavior. It's clearly very critical for how they develop and what their personalities and abilities are like as adult orangutans.
But first, Alison must make the journey to Dublin Zoo to meet Sibu Jr and his carers. Then, it'll be back to Monkey World, where the hard work will begin. Alison is keen to have her first look at the infant, and straight away, she's hands-on.
He's absolutely gorgeous, no doubt about it. He's now at 2 months old, teething. So we've got, I know, we're talking about you. We've got his lower canine teeth, it feels like to me when he chews on my fingers, starting to push through the gums. He's biting down quite hard. And just like human babies, that makes him a little bit fidgety, grizzly, unhappy. Also can make their nappies really sort of loose and nasty as well. But overall, yeah, you can see he's just chewing on everything right now. Overall, he's a very fit and healthy little boy. So they've done a nice job.
Sibu will need 24/7 care and attention from the primate care staff at Monkey World for the next few months.
The one thing that's unique in the limited time that I've gotten to know SJ, he's a very noisy eater. Such a good boy. You just guzzle that down. Good boy.
Alison is going to spend the next 2 days learning all she can from the staff at Dublin Zoo about Sibu's habits and character, and gathering information about his family background.
Nobody likes the cat. I know.
Then, the tiny infant can begin his journey across the sea to a new life with youngsters of his own kind in Dorset. It's a beautiful early autumn day, perfect for taking the park's youngest resident for a little walk.
Okay. You ready to go?
Alison's giving 15-week-old male orangutan Sibu his daily constitutional. She collected the youngster, whose mother was unable to care for him properly, from Dublin Zoo nearly a month ago. He's being hand-reared by Alison and the primate care staff.
The biggest thing for me is making him confident and secure so that A, he trusts us, but that he's interested in his environment and that he feels confident to explore and try things, which will carry on into the orang nursery, which of course is not going to be a woodland environment, but hearing the gibbons call, seeing the trees, things are moving around. He doesn't react badly. In fact, he's quite interested while chewing on things wildly. No, all really good for his development in all different ways. What's this? I know.
It's unlikely Sibu will ever be able to live in the trees as he would in the wild. However, being outside is extremely enriching for the youngster. The colours, sights and sounds will aid his development.
Right now he's teething, so everything goes in his mouth, and it is one of their main sensory sort of, hands, mouth, when they're babies. It's just amazing the difference also in terms of the development, how quick these guys are to develop compared to human babies. I mean, orangutans do have the longest infancy compared to any other non-human primates. And all of this reaching up and pulling and trying things means that he's gonna be climbing more and more and more. The hand-eye coordination, I mean, just amazing. Just over 3 months and already he's grabbing hold of things that he identifies spots and wants to grab.
The team have established a good routine for Sibu, but that's about to change. He's soon going to be joined by an 11-month-old female orangutan named Kiwi. She's currently at Rio Safari Elche in Spain, being cared for by zoo manager Annabelle and her team. Kiwi was born at the zoo, but rejected by her mother. The team tried placing the infant with Jolie, a former resident of Monkey World's nursery, who was feeding her own infant Memberlai. But unfortunately, that didn't go to plan. Alison and the Spanish team consulted on the baby's future, and eventually, it was decided Kiwi should head to the UK with the aim of joining the park's orangutan nursery. Primate care staff member Donna has already made her way to Elche to collect her.
We're trying to get Sibu to sort of progress and to hopefully catch up with what's going to be his adopted sister. Now, Kiwi is 11 months old now. He's just sort of 3.5. She outweighs him by 2 kilos and has quite a bad attitude by all accounts. So he's going to have some work to catch up with her. It's our goal and intention to get them together as soon as we can, but we have to just make sure that both of them are safe. Kiwi now, it's sort of in final stages. I'm, sort of feeling the nerves and the pressure now because we've dispatched our team to go collect her because she's too small to go in the cargo hold of a plane. And then we're just gonna have to focus on the needs of each baby. The ultimate goal is to get them together so that they can grow up in the orang nursery. And these 2 new arrivals are, going to be the future of the next 10 years of the orangutan nursery.
In the tourist hotspot of Spain's Costa Blanca lies Rio Safari Elche, a wildlife park set in 12 acres of palm grove, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The park is home to a large variety of birds, reptiles and mammals. Monkey World's primate care staff member Donna has made the journey from Dorset to southeast Spain. She's here to collect an 11-month-old female orangutan named Kiwi, whose mum rejected her at birth.
Hey, Donna.
Hi, good morning.
How are you? Good
yeah,
morning.
good, thank you.
She's been hand-reared by zoo manager Annabelle Ibanez and her staff ever since.
This trip's been a long time coming, really, and we've known about Kiwi for several months now, but her departure from Rio Safari and therefore arrival at Monkey World has been delayed for various reasons. So we've heard a lot about her, but you don't really get a full appreciation as to what she's like and what her personality is like until you see her. So hopefully over the next few days I can build up that bond with her. Hopefully she'll feel a bit more confident with me and trust me, and that would be really useful on the trip to Monkey World as well, so that it's not all on Annabelle.
It looks like a full.
Monkey World and Rio Safari Elche have had a good working relationship going back many years. 3 of Monkey World's nursery orangutans left Dorset 8 years ago to form a new family in Spain. Sadly, Linga passed away a couple of years ago, but Kai and Jolie have since had an infant named Memberlai and are settled and happy. Kiwi was born to a different pair, Dad Nakal and Mum Inda Tessa. And straight away it became obvious that Inda Tessa was showing very little interest in the infant.
She did come once, but she just pulled from the blankets and the baby rolled over to the ground and just took the blanket, went back up to her platform. The next day we did talk to Alison. Thankfully, she was on the phone, even though it was like 5 in the morning. She replied back immediately. She called me. She was there to support and to give me her input and her expertise. But yeah, so later on that afternoon, on the Sunday, we decided to take her and hand rear her full time because they do need constant attention, and at some point as well, they do need to feel like they're loved.
From that moment on, Annabelle became Kiwi's main carer and surrogate mum, and quickly developed a good routine that suited both.
Normally, we will spend the day here at the orangutan house, so she does get to see and hear the orangutans all the time. She has her own play area in the keeper's area of the orangutan house. And then at night, I take her back home with me. I live very close to the zoo, so it's a very short, it's a 2-minute ride by car. I don't have any pets, I don't have any kids at home, so that was like a sensible option.
Donna is here for 3 days to get to know Kiwi and gain her trust. Yesterday, she spent her time meeting the infant, but today it's going to be hands-on, which is vitally important. It's not going to be easy. As soon as Annabelle leaves the room, Kiwi starts crying.
Okay. We'll be back in a minute.
Good girl. You all right?
Kiwi needs to get used to other people looking after her and not just rely on Annabelle.
You're not going to have it on the floor. You are? It's okay on the floor. It's okay.
Annabelle will be travelling back to Dorset with Kiwi and Donna to help the transition. But once there, the little orangutan will find things very different.
Okay.
I think the initial transition of Annabelle starting to break away and step back from Kiwi is going to be quite difficult, but they'll always have that bond. But it is a really important thing for us to do. It will be hard for both Annabelle and for Kiwi, but I think, you know, definitely talking to Annabelle, she realises that it is the thing that needs to happen and it's best for Kiwi moving forward.
For Annabelle, saying goodbye will be heart-wrenching, but she knows it's the right thing to do for Kiwi.
It is emotional for me. It is very difficult not to get attached because it's been 24/7 care for her for a pretty long time. And they're very similar to us, so they also hug you and they... So yeah, it's a very special thing that I'm grateful to have experienced, but at the same time, yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's probably gonna be harder for me than for her. She's gonna be in great hands. So yeah, I'm really happy that this transfer is happening. Gonna be able to get my life back as well.
Bit stinky.
Annabelle has invited Donna back to her home so she can familiarise herself with Kiwi's needs and routine throughout the night.
Go on. You ready? Oh, good girl. Good girl. Oh, we forgot you didn't have a nappy on. I hope you haven't done pee-pees. This is really good. It looks like she's not very happy at all, but that's because she wants to go to Annabelle, which is understandable. We're in Annabelle's house. She's used to being here with Annabelle. But actually still, when she can't get to Annabelle, if she's unsure, she will come to me, which actually is very good. So we're definitely making progress, albeit slowly. Hey, good girl.
Yeah, she's just there.
Annabelle is reassured by how the relationship between Kiwi and Donna is progressing.
I'm very pleased with how today went. And she's opening up, I think, more and more to her. She's let her hold her. And they play, and she has big laughs with Donna. So, I think it's going great.
Tomorrow will be Kiwi's last full day in Spain. Then, a very long journey by road and ferry to a new life in Dorset.
Hi, that's my hair.
At Rio Safari Elche on Spain's Costa Blanca,
Thanks.
Monkey World staff member Donna has spent the last 2 days getting to know 11-month-old female orangutan, Kiwi.
Hello.
It's Donna's final day. Tomorrow she'll set off with Kiwi on the long journey back to Dorset by road and ferry. The young primate is to join the park's orangutan nursery and hopefully become a companion for another recent arrival, Sibu. He's now 4 months old. And although the 7-month age gap is very evident now, as he gets bigger and stronger, they should have a lot of fun together and learn from each other.
Kiwi's day is very different to what Sibu's is at the moment, and I think it's very clear that there is that age gap between them. Sibu is less active. We see change with him every single day. He gets stronger, his coordination gets better. Kiwi is very different, obviously. Her daily routine is progressed along now. So she doesn't need the feeds as regular, and she's much more active. As you can see, she wants to be on the go all of the time. She wants to play, and she wants to be exploring. And there's only so much we can give her when it comes to that. So for her to have someone like Sibu, as he gets older, to be able to rough and tumble with and climb with and explore together, that is really what she needs, someone that is able to do that with her.
Rio Safari's zoo manager Annabelle will be accompanying Donna on the journey to help Kiwi settle in. Annabelle and her team tried their best to help Kiwi and her mum Inda Tessa form a bond, but were unsuccessful. Then they attempted to introduce her to Jolie, one of Monkey World's former nursery residents, who was still feeding her infant Memberly. At first, Jolie allowed Kiwi to take some milk, but then she lost interest.
You never know how it's gonna go until you just give, in this case, Jolie the chance to have the baby and see what she is like. But we were not so sure. The behaviors did not seem motherly. So yeah, we ended up not seeing that as a viable solution.
Luckily, a place was found for Kiwi at Monkey World, and she'll soon be on her way. This morning, the final paperwork needs to be completed with the relevant authorities. Annabelle heads off to sort it out, leaving Kiwi with Donna. It'll be a good test to see if Donna's efforts to win over the baby orangutan have worked.
But probably when Annabelle returns in a minute, she will want to go straight to Annabelle. So the less time that Annabelle spends with Kiwi, the better, and the more she learns not to depend on her.
Donna's relationship with Kiwi is progressing well when Annabelle returns with news of a problem. The authorities won't allow Kiwi to travel unless she's been microchipped, and because she's so young, that hasn't happened yet. The insertion is normally carried out during a health check while under anaesthetic. So Annabelle and Donna consult with Alison about what to do.
You probably need to just put the microchip in, but personally, if I were you, after this is all done, I would shake my finger at them saying that they compromised the welfare of the animal for no reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
The decision is made. To ensure a smooth transit through customs, Pilar, the zoo's vet, will insert the microchip straight away, with Annabelle holding Kiwi and reassuring her. Amazingly, the little orangutan, other than reacting to the prick, makes very little fuss.
I think she's okay.
A quick check to make sure all is working,
Kiwi.
and a team photo for a job well done.
Oh, she's still. Good night.
As evening approaches, time for some emotional goodbyes with some of the staff who've been involved with Kiwi's care.
Oh yeah, you've had enough. You're okay. That's it. That's good. Good girl.
Following a long and tiring journey across 3 countries and taking almost 2 days, Monkey World's newest arrival has finally made it to the park. 11-month-old female orangutan Kiwi is about to start her new life in Dorset. She's been accompanied to the UK by Annabelle, her primary carer since the day she was born at Rio Safari Elche in Spain. Initially, Kiwi will be living in one of the cottages on site, along with members of the primate care staff who will care for her in shifts 24/7. And she'll have company of her own kind.
Oh, how are you guys? Donna, welcome back.
Look at this. He's got a tooth.
Yeah.
Oh.
4-month-old Sibu will be Kiwi's companion during the day once she's settled into her new routine.
And your brother?
My brother. He's more like your size.
No, I'm not sure. It's a bit much.
He's funny looking, isn't he?
How have you travelled?
Good.
Yeah, okay, good.
For Annabelle, it's a bittersweet moment. In a few days' time, she'll have to say goodbye to the baby who's been such a big part of her life for the past year. And the enormity of the situation isn't lost on Alison.
Right now, my bigger worry, I know that she is a strong character. Annabelle's raised a very strong and confident young lady. My biggest concern right now is actually for Annabelle. And making sure that she's okay, because it's hard. You get so invested in their lives, especially when they're so needy. And I don't know. I mean, I don't need to speak for Annabelle, but she's given up 11 months of her life dedicated to the care of this little baby, so.
If all the effort she's put in over the last few days in Spain pays off and everyone gets a good night's sleep, Kiwi's new life in Dorset can begin in full tomorrow.
Sleep.
It's the start of day 3 for the park's newest arrival. Kiwi, an 11-month-old female orangutan, has been getting used to her new life and a new routine.
That's a good girl. Oh, he's got your bottles. He's got your bottles.
Last night, it was Alison's turn to look after both Kiwi and 4-month-old male Sibu, who's been at the park for 4 weeks.
I had the pleasure last night of babysitting, and it was double trouble. I did have help. Alan was sort of looking after Sibu's most needs and so on, whereas I was trying to get Kiwi adapted to the new routine here, because we don't just sit and hold and cuddle them, and yet that's what's been happening. So Kiwi's having to adjust to not being held 100% of the time and not having her own way 100% of the time. And, you know, it's sort of tough on her. She's only just coming up to a year old, and, you know, it's going to be a fair bit of adapting. But it wasn't too bad last night, and you can see Sibu's sort of interested in her and her gear. She's sort of dutifully ignoring him. And we did get some sleep, so it wasn't too bad.
At nearly a year old, Kiwi is more active and developed than Sibu, so the pair only come together under careful supervision. It's beneficial for both to develop and form a relationship at such an early age.
This is going to be fabulous for them. We've got a little bit of time to adjust to him catching up with her. You can see how much difference. I mean, he's 3.5 months, she's 11 months. So he needs to progress a bit further before he can safely be with her. But the fact that they're doing this already, and she's considering him better or worse, is a good thing. And they will be together for certainly the next 10 years or more.
Alison was hoping Kiwi would soon be ready for introductions to members of the park's orangutan nursery. But emotionally, she isn't prepared for such a big step. She's still reliant on human contact, particularly Annabelle, who looked after her almost from birth at Spain's Rio Safari Elche Zoo. The young orangutan needs to be gently weaned off human contact so she can develop relationships with other orangutans.
It's just a shame. Annabelle can't really be involved right now because as soon as Kiwi gets sight of her, she screams to just be attached to Annabelle. So at least while Annabelle's still here with us in Dorset, we're trying to find our routine to make sure that Kiwi's okay before Annabelle heads out. Hey, Kiwi, good girl. Come on then. Hey, madam.
Kiwi has started to spend her days in a bedroom at the nursery where she can play to her heart's content and can see and hear the other orangutans when they're indoors.
It's really good that she can come down here straight away and get used to all the animals. She's going to be meeting some of them eventually. So, yeah, it's nice that she can see everybody, get used to them, and they can get used to her as well. They all came over when we first gave them the bedroom over here. Everybody was really interested and wanted to see her. Everybody had a really good look, and yeah, they seemed really interested to meet her.
Annabelle has arrived at the nursery for a final goodbye to the baby orangutan. She travelled with her to Dorset to ease the transition to a new life at Monkey World. But now it's time for her to go home.
She does have a very confident personality, and yeah, so she's not intimidated by any of this. She's really enjoying it. I mean, to be honest, she's been doing it since day one. But it's still amazing to see how much she is trusting everybody and just trusting her new home and her new routine and adjusting to it, I think, just fine.
It's early days, but the signs are good that Kiwi will settle into her new life and become the newest member of the park's orangutan family. One of the park's newest arrivals is off to the nursery. 4-month-old male orangutan Sibu is being taken for a supervised play session.
You need one over the top. Oh, beautiful. Excellent. Lovely. I hope they play and have fun.
Yeah.
Sibu is still very much a baby and needs constant supervision. But this morning he's joining Kiwi at the orangutan nursery. She recently arrived from a zoo in Spain and at nearly 1 year old is further along in her development than Sibu. She's been spending time in specially adapted bedrooms at the nursery. It's good for both youngsters to have each other for company and to interact.
Just kind of getting them used to each other and helping him kind of move around the space a bit more. So yeah, this is a much bigger space than what he's used to, so it gives him a bit more opportunity to reach around and build up his strength a bit.
Hi. That is a nice little play face.
At the moment, Sibu and Kiwi are still too small to meet the 5 older orangutans who live at the nursery, although they can see and hear them.
It's really good for both of them. They're obviously going to be growing up together, so yeah, it's really good for them to be spending time together, and it's really good for him. You can see him kind of reaching out and trying to lift himself up, so it's really good for him having all this extra space to build his muscles. And yeah, it's nice to see the two kind of start to interact a little bit. Be nice.
The space is perfect for baby orangutans to learn and grow. There's lots of height and plenty of ropes and toys for the pair to grasp and pull themselves up, helping to build and strengthen their muscles and coordination.
We've seen them kind of like look at each other and pull little like laughing play faces at each other. So they're definitely kind of starting to interact. I think somebody here is just a little bit too heavy-handed at times. But then she's kind of got to learn that. She hasn't had another little orangutan to play with, so she doesn't really know where the boundaries are, which is obviously one of the reasons why we have to supervise them so closely. But hopefully she'll realise that he's fun. She's already enjoying interacting with him more than she was before, because when we first kind of put them together, she was just ignoring him.
Both babies are still dependent on the primate care team for regular milk feeds.
Right, do you want some of this?
And at 4 months old, Sibu sleeps a lot more than Kiwi.
Oh, dear.
But he's getting stronger day by day, and it won't be long before he can spend all his time playing and having fun with his adopted sister.